This presentation is about my dissertation methodology. So my dissertation is about technology facilitated non-consensual dissemination of intimate images, also known by many different terms, one of which is the most popular, is revenge porn. But TFNDII encompasses a lot more than just revenge porn. So I included an all-inclusive term, I think. So my research question is, how do victims of TFNDII describe the meaning and significance of their lived experiences? And my research variables are sex, age, educational level, race, sexual orientation, among others. So a lot of research in this area is showing that there are not very many male victims and that racial minorities are not studied extensively. So I want to broaden that. I want to include as many diverse populations as possible. So anyone who identifies as male, female, non-binary, anyone who may be trans, anything in the LGBT community, all ages over the age of 18, so that I don't have to worry about too many things with IRB, all educational levels, all racial backgrounds, ethnicities, all sexual orientations. I just want to get as diverse a population as possible so that basically I can show that everyone's experiences are different, but that anyone can unfortunately be a victim of TFNDII. So my participants, the population within this study consists of victims of TFNDII from a variety of backgrounds. Differing sexes, races, socioeconomic backgrounds, education levels, and ages are established between participants. The current research on TFNDII victimization rarely involved minority races or male victims. It is essential to understand all perspectives of victimization from many different types of individuals to know if there is a common reason for their victimization. This will help establish better policies to demand justice and implement new laws to protect younger generations from technology-facilitated sexual abuse. And my access to these populations. Through electronic questionnaires released to individuals identified as TFNDII victims, they will answer a series of questions related to the target demographics. Recruitment will occur through online forums for sexual abuse victims and victims of TFNDII specifically, as well as those who have publicly self-identified through documentaries and journalism. These questionnaires will narrow down the sample size to approximately 40 individuals who are of diverse backgrounds and who have different experiences of being perpetrated against and having their intimate images distributed. Of those 40, those who have the most diverse backgrounds from each other and from the prior research will be interviewed one-on-one to obtain more information regarding their lived experiences. This will include the final sample size of approximately 10 to 15 individuals. And I will find them, as I kind of mentioned in that other slide, forums, social media, and then narrowing it down through a Qualtrics survey. So forums, things like Reddit and other places where sexual abuse victims, and specifically those who have been abused through technology with intimate images, I'll hopefully be able to find those. I've also been able to find a few people on social media already. I've reached out to a couple who have, as of now, said that they will participate. Also, I plan to probably create like an ad on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and hopefully get participants that way. I've reached out to a few like support groups on social media who plan to put out my recruitment flyer, things like that. And then to narrow it down, like I said, I will use a Qualtrics survey. So I have a qualitative research design. I just really wanted to understand the experiences of victims more so to see if there is any commonality. And I plan to use existential phenomenology, which is an in-depth understanding of human existence, free from needing to find a universal ground to all experience. So while we don't have to find anything that's common between these individuals, I do want to see if there might be anything, and if there isn't, that is perfectly fine. That's just kind of my own personal goal. It's not really for the research itself. But again, it's just to show that people from all walks of life can be victims. It doesn't matter age, race, sexual orientation, education level, career, any of that stuff. So I really want to show that. And then I'll be using gender theory, social dominance theory, and theory of generations to show that there is, a societal perception. Gender and gender stereotypes are social constructs designed to simplify the way we see each sex. Social dominance theory is one dominant group that decides how the subordinate groups are labeled, treated, and understood. And most research shows that the dominant group tends to be white, cis, affluent males. And so I think it actually would be really interesting to see if I can get a participant who is a white, cis, affluent male and see what his experience was like. And then theory of generations. Individuals of particular generations are shaped by those events which surround their sociological environments. So younger generations, Gen Z especially, is using social media so much more than the older generations. So and social media tends to be a very large breeding ground of intimate image distribution, whether it's consensual or not. So I think that would be a really good place to find out why people do what they do. So that's it. Thanks.